Open the letter I got from you one day. Yo. Deeply convicted by the words on the page. Lay down your life for me to plead my case. Selfish of me to sin and then so your grace. Oh yeah. You gave up everything you've got. Poured your love out to the last drop. That should be enough for me to stop getting in my own way. Choose to live right. I tried to run my life. Only thing I was running was out of time. Jesus coming back to crack the sky. That's enough to stop getting in my own way. Yeah. You spent the block for me, gave more time to me, left at 99 for me. Back then I ain't have I seen the minute I would be, but I heard you calling, yeah. I heard you calling me, gave you my heart, let you live inside of me. Introduced me to your pride, and I ain't been the same, you see. Then I fell in love with your word and stopped chasing them prophecies. Gotta show my gratitude, cause you paid a lofty fee. You gave up everything you got. Poured your love out to the last drop. That should be enough for me to stop. Get out your own way, homie. Choose to live right. I tried to run my life. Only thing I was running was out of time. Jesus coming back to crack the sky. Facts. That's enough to stop getting in my own. Get out your own way. Say, get out your own way.
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 You should get out your own. Say, yeah, get out your own way.
Get out your own way.
Get out your own way.
Get out your Hey,
yeah, get out your own way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, you
yes,
should
sir.
get out your own
Yeah,
way.
Hey,
Get up, get out,
there
and
go.
do something with it.
There go. This is your boy Cody from the Lit, man.
And this is P, A.P.
And this is Kill the Comment Section. Yes, sir, bro. Hey, man. Episode 4. And you know, I had to do something epic. Epic for episode 4, honestly. Let me get this out the way, man, because honestly, bro, today's episode is really, really special to me. For one, because this guy sitting to my right is outside of him being a dope artist, you know what I'm saying, dope producer, dope songwriter, just a dope all-around talent when it comes to even engineering and doing the things that he does outside of this. This is my brother, first and foremost, dog. Like, for real. Like, he call us mud brothers, and that's real. I can't even go into how real that is, but we seen each other at our lowest points, bro, in life, and we stuck together, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. We did have a little rough patch of, you know what I'm saying, little you know what I'm saying, but oh God, we came back like solid folk do, man. And you know what I'm saying, I won't actually I'm gonna delay your introduction a little bit more. Yeah, to me, you know what I'm saying, outside of just being a dope songwriter, he is a dope songwriter, but look, I feel like he is the most I'm not gonna say underrated, because anybody who's around you, bro, they cannot deny what you possess when it comes to talent and how you can move the room when your music comes on, or even when you just being in the room, period. Nobody can deny that. What I will say is he is overlooked and underappreciated. And I have a gripe. With the city of Charlotte, North Carolina for even overlooking my boy. Hey. Like, I know for a fact. First off, let's give it up for Mr. Brandon Sutton. You know what I'm saying? Mr. All of a Sudden, yes, sir.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for all the kind words.
Yeah, man.
Jeez, appreciate it, dog.
Yeah, man. But back to this gripe with the city. Bro, it's no way possible. And we got his wife right here off camera. And she can attest to this. Anytime you out with this man, somebody know him. It don't matter where you at, bro. Like, no, that's serious, Pete. You don't understand, bro. I'm talking about, bro, we'll be in Pineville, dog, away from the city. Mm-hmm. And somebody be like, Brandon? It's either that or he'll see somebody and be like, hold on, I need to turn around. And it'll be somebody he know, bro. He knows everybody, bro. And it's crazy how
I love
It's
people,
up.
man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy how, you know what I'm saying, not just, of course, not just the music, but, you know what I'm saying, being the, like I said, the person in the community that I see you are every day, you know what I'm saying, I understand that, bro. And it's just like, yeah, bro, I really got a problem with the city of Charlotte for doing how they did you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, using you for hooks, you know what I'm saying, not giving you credit,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying, putting other people on, like, yeah.
I feel you, but thank y'all. Thank you.
For real, bro.
You know
I know
what I'm
you're
saying?
not gonna say it, but
I
I
don't
will.
got a problem with it. I think I appreciate, you know, people always say, like, you know, you should have a problem if somebody doesn't love you out loud.
For
you
sure.
Know what I'm saying? Like, and that's loving me out loud. So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm grateful to be at a place of maturity, though.
Yeah.
To be able to be like, you know what? No, sincerely, thank you for every quote unquote missed opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Because if God is sovereign in my life, that means He allowed for whatever to happen, whether it was due to my ignorance and or people's lack of, you know, integrity.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, like, it helped shape and make me who I am. And you can't get me that way no more. I work with you though. Just come correct. Nah. For sure. But nah, you know, if I ain't going through them seasons, bro, you know, and
I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah,
that's the
ain't-
difference between me and him, bro. I'm petty like T.I. when him and Shawty Low, when he met Shawty Low and he was trying to get, you know what I'm saying, he was trying to get put on, and Shawty Low looked at him and said, "Get your weight up." And then when T.I. went and got his weight up, Shawty Low came back to him and was trying to get him to do something. T.I. looked back at bro and said, "Get your weight up." So I'm one of them. I ain't buddy. So don't think you about to.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's levels. You know what I'm saying? For sure. When it comes to, you gotta get that weight up in specific ways. But
Nah,
I'm
for sure.
always, I got different ways. Those seasons have developed me to be able to maybe be an asset to your career at this point.
For
So,
sure. This is one of the guys you want to get with, man. I'm talking about
saying?
that pen crazy, production crazy, and bro, he can do it all, bro. It's no cap on it, bro. But since we there, I wanna my first question. It's very generic, but you know, conversation will come from it. Bro, how did you get into music in the first place?
How I get into music? All right. I would say both my parents were musical somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say somewhat. I'm sorry, cause they gonna see this. I ain't gonna play y'all like that. Y'all both sang and they both were in music. My granddad, street guy turned minister.
Yeah.
A real street guy, not this fake stuff. But he turned minister, and he always had my mom and them doing quartet type stuff in the crib, singing together or whatever. You know, and so you grew up around that, and my daddy and them, his dad sings, he sings. The level of talent and how far they took it, I guess nobody really expected it to be something that, you know, actually God breathed on in my life. But it started there, innately.
Yeah.
And then from there, I guess I would say church, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started out doing music in church. I got the opportunity to grow up at a staple here in Charlotte, a church called New Life Fellowship. Shout out to my pops, my uncle, Pastor John P. Key. Go look him up, Google him.
Yeah.
They call him the Prince of Gospel for a reason. It wouldn't be no Kurt Franklin or any of the. I could throw names out all day, but they would say the same thing. It wouldn't be one of them without him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, Tanks, yo, whoever else. You know what I'm saying? So, I got to study music there, in a real way. And my wife reminds me all the time. She's like, "Hey," because I could be I'm critical. You know how I am, bro. I just hear stuff different. And she's like, "Everybody ain't grow up with the amount of talent you grew up being around." And for that, you know, I'm grateful. So that's how I got my start with music. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So I was asked this, who was some of your biggest influences growing up?
Ew.
And it can be.
Give me a number so I'm not rambling.
Let's do top 5 then.
Top
Yeah,
five.
top 5. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, top five artists with the biggest influence.
He put me to work because that's hard. Okay, let's see.
I give you 10 then.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I know you. I know he. Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm sorry. Brandon, one of the people, bro. He has a wide he's influenced by so many things. One thing I want to tell you though, before I tell you that, outside of that, you know what I'm saying, it is dope for somebody who I know. I'm going to say what I was gonna say. For somebody that I can go to and be like, yo, B, I need a hook, bro. I need BJ Chicago Kid. He did it. I need Marvin Gaye. Boom. All right, bro, can you do James Brown? There. Like, it's real, bro. Like, his bag heavy, but to know somebody that can actually, you know what I'm saying, do all of that and still turn around and have his own sound, his own style, and it don't sound like nobody else. I know there's one person that I can draw a comparison to, but vocally he's not touching you. But it's one person. I'm going to go ahead and let you say it. But yeah, top 10.
All right, top 10. Since I was just talking about him, I say Pastor John P. Key.
Uh-huh.
Please do yourself a favor. Just go listen to him, bro.
Yes, sir.
He a dog. He's still a dog, bro.
Yeah.
But not just from like the singing aspect, like songwriting, production,
For sure.
his ear for engineering. You know what I'm saying? Like versatility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean that not just vocally, but also being somebody in that space that would take a chance and rap, but also like as a musician, like, you know, because I play keys and stuff too, but like him in that space. But also like he paved the way for a lot of, you know, you hear people like Jay Valentine and Tank talked about it on their show one time, bro. Like literally like, that's what they were listening to. You ask any of your other people's, like the people we grew up, Tyrese and whoever, everybody else, like they all talk about them, and it's crazy because when you growing up around that, right? Yeah, you don't see that. It's just like, oh, this is, oh, you know what I'm saying? It took me getting older and like really like growing a love for this. Yeah, right. And actually like figuring out, oh, what was happening here in Charlotte was a big deal, like nationally, like internationally, and really realizing like and growing our affection or appreciation for the access that I had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the same time, I had a chip on my shoulder and not want to abuse it because I'm like, I seen people come from around the world. Hey, can you do it? And I'm like, nah, I just want you to pat me on my back, bro, and be like, I see you, good job. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's first influence, Pastor John P. Key. I would say next would be D'Angelo. Yeah. Same thing, musicianship. I'm a quartet baby, like gospel quartet baby. Yeah. And he was the first person to take that gospel quartet sound and like go, you know, they say it's neo soul, but he went as mainstream was going in the 90s with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. You know, movies, TV, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You had some D'Angelo mixed up in there. You know what I'm saying? So that shaped a lot of like the soulful feel to my sound and stuff he was doing. I would say Sam Cooke. Ooh, yeah. I was wrong by the river in a little tent. Oh, like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, we will. Boy, Sam, like my granddaddy peoples, you know what I'm saying? Sam Cooke. Some people might know. It's a group. But they're a group, so they count as one. Yeah. It's 4, by the way. Canton Spirituals. The Canton Spirituals. I was the lead singer growing up in there. His name was Harvey Watkins Jr. I was a Harvey fan. I'm like, my son is 4 now. I was 4 years old asking my mom and them to come see Harvey. That's how we ended up in Charlotte, actually. That's crazy. They used to do these things at Carowinds called Gospel Fest. And that's how I ran. My parents found out John P. Key was here, which is crazy. Music got us here, like low key. You know what I'm saying? Because they brought me. You from Greensboro? Yeah, I'm from Greensboro. So shout out Trefo. You know what I'm saying? I was born in Greensboro, but I grew up here in Charlotte by way of Greensboro. So, but my parents got divorced, and my mom and my dad. I don't call him my stepdad. My mom and my dad got together, and they found out the Gospel Fest had the Canton Spirituals here. So they took me to that. But then the next act behind them was Pastor John P. Key and New Life. Yeah. And when they were moving here and they found out the church was here and spiritually they felt called there. And so when we moved here, we ended up going to church there. And my mom is still there. She's like executive pastor there to this day. And that's like 25, 6, 7 years later. You know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy. So, yeah. That's 4. All right. Marvin Gaye, 5. Ooh.
Hey, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He know me, bro. He know what I was about to do.
Okay. I want you the right way. Oh, I want you, but I want you to want me too. Oh, I want you to want me too. Just like I want you. Oh.
Hey, man. That boy, stop. What you mean?
Man.
Hey, man, Charlotte, bro. Y'all.
Marvin Gaye. We'll get back to Marvin later, I feel like. Because in my creative process, like, his story really helped me, like, be okay with being okay. Because creatively, sometimes, you know, you could be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to that. But yeah, that's 5. Marvin Gaye, Music Soul Child, number 6.
Woo. Yeah.
I love him. I hate seeing him. I hate seeing them drag him on TikTok lately, boy. You know,
I don't even know what
can't nobody go on tour. Don't play my boy like that. You know, Love, you was singing it. Don't do that. You know, Don't Change, you was singing it. Yeah, come on, man. You know, you know, Buddy, Buddy, you was singing it. Come on, man. 143. Yeah. He is a legend. I hate the fact that they dragging him with this clip. He been on the road heavy, and so he was trying to sing so beautiful, and you know, his voice was just. But he's still singing live, and he ain't using no auto-tune, so stop playing with that, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was a little rough, but it's okay. I love you, music. Yeah. So.
Nah, music one of them. Hey, music.
Yeah.
I got something for you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? He heard it.
That really can happen, though, and I'll tell you how off camera. Am I lying, Joy?
Not at all.
You know we got Ray next door, too.
For sure. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Look, come on.
Look at that. See, already.
Music. So, yeah, I remember... I had to be in like 5th grade, and you know, my godparents had like the old little CD joints with the sleeves. Yeah. And I'm riding in their car, and she pulls a CD, this orange CD, with a mic on the front, the yellow music in the front of it, and puts it in the CD player. Yeah. And I hear all of our life, never had someone to show her what it means to have or be in real love. I'm like, who in the heck is this? Yeah. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh. And like, bro, like, we listened to that whole album. Like, she literally drove just so I could listen to the rest of the album. So we ain't have nowhere to go or anything. Like,
that's crazy,
bro. And like, so yeah, I went back and caught his first joints and then followed him ever since then. Yeah. And I appreciated how he could take, as a man, like, you know, expressing the realities and the insecurities, the high points as well as like the low points of like men in relationship. Yeah. From a standpoint that was gonna build up the black community. You know what I'm saying? Yep. For sure. As men versus like the toxicity of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Cause you got a lot of good R&B from back then, but it was always about like how you messed up and baby I'm sorry, or it was about, you know,
a lot of heartbreak.
Yeah, heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he was the first one where there was like a lot of hope in it. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, oh, okay. This I could get with this. You know what I'm saying? So Music Soul Child. That's 6, right? Yeah. All right.
More.
Choose wisely. Ooh.
It's so crazy because everybody you've named, I see in you.
No, that's love. Yeah. Oh man. Jesus help. Okay.
Can I give you one?
Okay, you go ahead.
James Fauntleroy.
Yeah, that was coming.
Yeah.
I actually got a cover I did to one of his joints that I like flipped. Mm-hmm. I'm about to release soon. So,
ooh, yeah.
James. You, my good sir, you got a special place in my heart, my boy. I remember listening to James, not only being inspired, but like James sang to my soul in some depressed states, my boy.
Yeah, bro.
James is staple to a lot of my moments with my betrothed over here. You know what I'm saying? James, cause bro, like he gangster and he ain't gotta try. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he just is, man, and super talented. Like can fit in a room. He's a chameleon. That's what I love. Like, but he ain't got to change himself to form and fit right into whatever it is he's involved with. And he can sit in a room with any of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the hardest of hard on the rap side of things to your softest singer. Like, you gonna see James somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That whole crew though, 1,500 or nothing.
They nasty.
The underdogs, like that whole regime and those that studied up under them.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So James Fondler, bro. All right, that's one. Speaking of James, that's what, 7?
Yeah, 7.
James Brown. Woo. My mama favorite artist in the world was James Brown.
Man.
Funk. You know what I'm saying? Being able to keep it in the pocket. I wish these kids knew about James Brown.
Boy.
People don't know how to rap on beat no more or sing on beat no more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to.
They don't know how to.
I gotta give bro his flowers because I'm not gonna lie. He was like, bro, you know who the first rapper was?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nah. He was like, James Brown.
my boy.
I was like,
I promise you.
how? And he played the song for me called King Heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you go listen to that. That man was spitting. He was spitting. He was rapping before we was rapping out.
But they'll never say it. People never say it. I don't know why. Because you sample all those records anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah.
Come on.
Godfather of soul, and he might be a father of hip hop for real, for real.
Some people give him that title.
Some people say he was the most sampled artist in hip hop, but I don't know if they give him, you know what I'm saying, a father of hip hop.
I don't know how you could be the most sampled in
And
a
not-
genre
you know what I'm
and
saying?
not be, you know.
Yeah.
Just saying. So,
Yeah.
but
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that boy James Brown. Aside from being able to just like in a cadence make you anybody that can make you do this here involuntarily.
Mm-hmm.
Where we going? He ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
Get down.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. That ain't right.
Yeah.
You right, bro. That ain't right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
bro, he'll go in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then he'll turn around and hit a whistle tone note out this world. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He could say he could dog walk, singing something, and he just made you feel.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to, because he was very skilled at what he did, very smart man, business wise too. That's a whole nother topic.
Facts.
But like music business, James is like, go study. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a black man, like he gained his respect and he stood on that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And literally, for me, when it comes to just overall like feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I can't feel you in what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like voice and sound and instruments is frequency. All this is frequency, and that's how all of it connects and makes all of us feel or respond, right?
Yeah.
If you can't use that gift that God gave you, you know what I'm saying? Even from the beginning of the world, if God made us in his image, what did he do? He spoke, and everything responded and happened, right? And so that's the truth to power, and he's the first artist that I could truly say I felt him. You know what I'm saying, in a real way.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, whatever I'm doing, I want people to feel me. You know what I'm saying?
for
Like
sure.
that. So it's James. Okay, I got 2 more.
Definitely got
All
that
right.
amount of that. Yeah.
Okay,
2 more.
2 more. All right.
Hell of a lineup so far.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like flipping through the Rolodex. Michael Jackson.
Ooh, I didn't expect that one. I did not expect that one.
Mhm.
Brandon has played very little Michael Jackson around me.
It's the reason why.
Care to go into that?
I love him. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was the kid. I was the kid with the glove, with the whole outfit.
Let me tell you something, sir.
I
was too.
Uh-huh.
Nice to meet you.
But I had like an unhealthy obsession with Mike, bro. Like
Me too.
And
Yeah.
my dad was just like, you know, I can have my own opinion as an adult, right? Now,
Yeah.
As a kid, he was just trying to, you know, do the right thing for his young man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we don't know them people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't know him for real.
For sure.
But you know, as a black man in this society, you know, with everything that was flying around allegation wise back then, you know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at him. He loved Mike too, but you know, he kind of was just like, yeah, this might be a little too much. So here's what I used to do. I used to stand in front of the TV, Dangerous Tour. Am I lying? Look, I told my wife, I said, you want to see crowd control? She said, what you mean? I said, Michael Jackson had the coldest crowd control known to mankind.
Hey, bro.
She said, what you mean? This man popped up out the stage.
Stood there and for like 10 minutes. And yeah,
Hands go up.
Yeah.
Girl passes out. That's after
That's
like,
it.
That's
That's all
after
you-
like 5 minutes,
Oh.
30 seconds.
That's all he had to do.
The next 3 minutes,
pandemonium.
it's going crazy. And by the time he folded them glasses, ow, bing, jam, dude, boy, like, bro,
Bro, crazy.
Mike was, yeah, bro. But then people focus on like those hits.
Yeah.
But Mike, if you go back and study Mike, my favorite Mike album of all time, and the only other person I heard say it was Chris Brown, right?
Okay.
But I agree with him. It's Off the Wall.
Off the wall was
Off
nasty.
the Wall. People think it's supposed. I would pick Thriller and all. No. Mm-mm. Off the Wall. Mike. People went back and got it, but I realized why in history, like it went over people's heads at the time.
Yeah.
Mike, just so you know, go look at his interviews. Who was one of his favorites? James Brown. Come on, like. So yeah. Anyway, I can get into that, but I don't listen to him as much now, especially like, you know. Well, a lot of stuff I don't listen to now just because like I'm in a different space right now. You know what I'm saying? Like not only as like an artist and a producer, like I want to keep a fresh ear, pull from the Rolodex, but like. You know, I don't know about y'all, but like you know me, like if I'm listening to something, I got a tendency to like get stuck in.
I feel like every artist does it. If we listen to too much, we'll listen to too much of other somebody else's music, and then it'll start to influence our music and impact our music.
Absolutely.
So I'm not gonna lie, we actually was having a conversation. We was trying to do like top 5 new releases, and he was like, "What you been listening to?" And I'm like,
I have no idea.
"Not a thing, sir."
And so that's one reason, like probably and then. Also, like me being in full-time ministry, like, a lot of what I'm listening to has to do with me, like helping make sure I'm cultivating, like, what needs to be done in, like, the weekly worship service these days. So, I kind of live in that space just so, authentically I can sit with what it is that I'm presenting to the people and it can resonate with where God has me, like, in my life and in His Word. But yeah, bro. Mike, all day. That's 9. My last one. What would my wife say my last one be? I'm gonna let her get my last one. I'm gonna let her. Okay, don't let me down. Out of all of them, right? That's how I feel.
I got people that I know you got like respect for live.
Joe, live. We can go there because Joe's connected to. That's his cousin. Yeah. So literally, okay. Joe.
That's fire.
I wish that I could take a journey through your mind. Oh, bro, Joe's a dog, but he sounds just like his record live, bro. Like literally, till this day, range, all of it. I wanna do all of the things a man won't do. I'll do them for you. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Maybe anything you say I'll do. Cause I only wanna make you happy. From the bottom of my heart it's true. Yeah. Joe's a dog, bro. And he was very versatile too, but like, yeah.
Hey, man.
I would have picked it from a whole lot of them, but thank you for narrowing that down for me. Shout out to my wife, Joe. That's cool. But that's my 10, so yeah.
Man, that's a dope 10. That's a dope lineup for sure.
So, lineup.
Bro, so we already know being an artist is like it's one of them things like for sure. Even with this show, bro, it's like it's like it's looked at as like a pipe dream, something that's not necessarily realistic to. It's not necessarily something realistic to accomplish. Families, people that's closest to us, don't look at it as like it's something attainable. They look at it like it's something like. Really, really impossible, far-fetched.
They just out there doing
no, God. Even like I said, even with this, anything I feel like anything with entertainment and in that realm, they feel like it's just unachievable and like you're wasting your time with it. So, with saying that, what's some of your biggest challenges on your journey, bro?
Have been my biggest challenges?
Yeah, have been your biggest challenge. And then what are some biggest challenges that you face today?
Now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start from then to now. Then.
Cool.
I think one of my biggest challenges coming up, because I ended back up finding my identity in where I started.
Yeah.
musically, like in a space of faith, like with church.
Mm-hmm.
I'll iron that out for you. I'll make it make sense. But like, I think I've always had a calling to be an example from a space of faith and like mapping out like not only God but His Word from a relatable space and being of understanding, coming from the lineage I come from. But there was a lot of hurt attached to like just life and how things panned out when it came to like church. Like once my grandfather passed, and so my way of coping and running, paired with like vices and addictions I picked up early on, just trying to cope. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm grateful for it, but like just having a lot of freedom, like real young, bro, like 14, 15. Thank God, you know, I didn't end up in the worst spaces, but like I was in some rough ones. But one of the spaces I ended up was in that booth, old music factory in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And
Classic studio.
Yeah, classic studio. I hate it's gone. You know
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of. I cut my first records in Charlotte. Ran into my first couple producers in Charlotte around there, bro. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you ever at that Skylar Amphitheater, VBGB, all that stuff? Y'all just don't know. It's all good, but you missed the time. But yeah, man, like ending up there and getting into that space in the city, just trying to like doing it for the love. Ultimately, not knowing I was like growing a name for myself, because literally it was like therapy for me and nobody knew it. That was like my therapy sessions. And then I started making some money off of it. I say that. People was paying me, you know, out of pocket pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, you making, you know, 300 here, 400 there, like off 30 minutes of you being in there doing something you love to do. It's like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize like the rooms, some of this stuff was getting ready to start touching. This is why his gripe is what it is, right? So this is that season of life. And you know, people ain't want to teach you the business. They just see a kid out here like that's willing to take work for hire services and not really caring about the long run.
Yeah.
And I can't even blame them for that, because it's like, you know,
I'm had this great for the longest time.
but I you know, had I known the business, or had I been willing to like pull people that were in that space in my life into that space, you know what I'm saying, I would have probably had, you know, my business straight. I didn't want to, and here's the truth, because a lot of them were trying to hold me accountable to be who it is that they knew I was supposed to be, and I was running from that, right? So I said my biggest challenges back then, here it goes, was accepting my identity, you know what I'm saying, and who I was supposed to be in this space.
Yeah.
There's somebody him and I used to work with. He worked with him for a while, and they pulled me into a space. And as soon as I came to the table, he asked me, he was like, "Yo, what type of music do you want to make?" And I wasn't honest. I still wasn't ready at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm an R&B singer, blah, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong. I can get down with him. You know what I'm saying?
He got some records.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get them off on him too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put out R&B project soon. It's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, that wasn't my identity. You know what I'm saying? I think part of being a man, and I'm grateful, like as a husband and a father who had to lead other people. You know what I'm saying? And even growing in my capacity as a friend, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I was always supposed to be who God had for me to be, and my biggest challenge in that was not accepting that early. Because I feel like had I accepted it early, the things that I'm moving in efficiency with now, I feel like I just held a lot of that up for myself.
Yeah.
You know, can't cry over spilled milk, and it helped me develop in ways that had I not taken that journey, I wouldn't have developed. But
For sure.
you know, I got homies around me, you know, that they're doing really, really well in the space, and I'm respected with them. But you know, they got that sweat equity in there, and it's like I was spending that time chasing what I ultimately in my heart of hearts knew wasn't meant for me, out of fear that somebody would not like what I had to offer.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and I say my biggest challenge is now, to be honest, is like I had an unhealthy viewpoint, and or I would say at point of times an obsession for like wanting to be famous, right? And not really addressing the heart issue behind wanting to be famous. My excuse was I want to get my mom a house, I want to take care of my family, and those things were true, But I was seeking validation from an unhealthy space, feeling like notoriety and a stage, and that lifestyle was going to fill a void or a hole that only God himself would fill, right? You know what I'm saying? So really I was making it an idol in my life and living a lie with who I was supposed to be. And those two things don't mix. And I think now, my biggest challenge now is for moments of fear of knowing that I'm still an imperfect human being.
Yeah.
And that there's always a possibility of that space being something that, as success continues to come, or as people give you the flowers that you would desire, right, as a creative, because it's not wrong, nothing wrong with you wanting people to appreciate your stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, like, you know, as a man of faith, like, I know my rewards don't come from none of y'all, come from God. You know what I'm saying? The ultimate reward is what I want from him in heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's where my affection has to lie, at my heart. My affections wasn't there before. And, you know, as a renewed mind and a renewed man, my biggest challenge these days is for fear of, I'd rather get rid of all this stuff than end back up in that space, because I want to be with him and get what he wants from me at the end of the day for an eternity over all of this. And I think the fears of making a mistake and falling back into that heart space have slowed me down from, like, really, like, dropping, like, put my foot on the gas with, you know, releasing even a lot of music I got sitting right now. But thank you, God, he been whipping me into shape with that, because at the end of the day, it's like you were never supposed to be perfect. That's why you needed Jesus in the first place, right? So don't bury your talents in the ground. It's a story in the Bible that talks about how a master gave people talents, right? And he told them to take those talents and do something with them. Make something out of those talents. Yeah. Don't multiply them. Don't let them just sit here. And he came back and they did nothing with them. One of them hit him in the ground. The other one had done nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't want to have to look at God in the face one day. And I had a dream about that. We can get there eventually. But, like, I had a dream about that. I don't want to look at God in the face one day and he'd be like, what happened? And I'd be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I was scared. Or, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to be what I wasn't supposed to be. And so we handled me not trying to be what I was supposed to be, right? Or what I wasn't supposed to be. Now it's stop being afraid of and think you're going to fail God, and knowing with God, you'll never fail. So
that's a fact. Yeah, man. We back, man. We had to take a little brief intermission, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we had to drain the main veins and make sure everybody was in attendance that was supposed to be in attendance. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. P, what's on the list, man? Let's go.
All right, so next up, we got most impactful moment so far.
Bet. Most impactful moment. Let me condense this best I can. So.
Nah, you don't have to.
Yeah, but you ain't got to.
You don't have to.
Nah, like, yeah, okay. 2018, I am in, was it Italy? That's 2018, right, sweetie? Okay. Yeah, I'm in Italy.
Yeah, it's running time for sure.
December of 2018. Right before that, I, like, as I told y'all earlier, one of my challenges was, like, running from, like, my identity, who I was supposed to be, right? So, it's crazy. I ain't thought about this till this day.
Last time I asked you something about this, we talked about it. I think I know what you're about to talk about.
Literally, there was a situation that got brought up that was on the table, and I think you gave me the news. And I got home, and I had tenants at my house. Shout out to all of them, but these jokers...
Hold on. Bruh. That night?
Yeah, bro.
So,
yeah.
You want me to go ahead and just tell them what it was?
That's fine, yeah. So,
I bet. So, like I said, me and Brandon was working with a production team.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like he gonna give you the clean version of this. I'm not gonna give you that shit, my boy. I'm gonna tell you what it really was that day. Man, we have been working with production team. Shout out to the Nukes, man. Shout out to Rich. Shout out to J Smash.
Shout out to both of y'all, man.
You know, man.
For sure.
We have some conversation to have, but it's love, bro. You know that always. Brandon has roommates, and like he let me know that he was gonna have had. I said had.
My roommates is the ones I am married to, and the ones I have birthed from my own loins.
Oh God. so he had some roommates, bro, and he did let me know, like, hey, because I would honestly, bro, at that time, bro, I was damn near living at Brandon house. Like, I'd be there every day.
Yeah.
So he let me know. He's like, hey, bro, they gonna have a little get together. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a vibe. You can stick around. I don't think it's gonna be too much.
Oh my God.
Bro, he was relaxed at that point, bro. But as the night progressed, and the hoodest of hood started to come to his house.
And the house got more thick, and the road got more full of cars and
Bro.
full of cars.
I ain't never seen this man in panic mode. I don't even say panic mode, but he was just like, yo, bro, what the? Like,
Yeah,
are y'all
really
losing
regular.
control? Like, what's going on, bro?
Turn to
I
Project
get
X.
no, God.
No, straight
a
up, bro.
Black Project X.
Black Project X.
Straight up.
I'm
dog.
telling you, like, bro, so, bro, it's cars all
Everywhere.
over the place, bro.
Crazy.
Crazy. So, I actually get a call, bro, and we actually, I got a call that I was offered a deal with Nas and Master Pill, and they wanted Brandon also. Dope thing about that is we were actually in the studio. He came to the studio. I was actually working with Luke on a soundtrack for the Invaders documentary that Yo Gotti and Nas is putting together right now. This is 2017.
Yeah, 17.
So the documentary still hasn't came out, and it's still coming out. But just to let you know who was on that, you got Chrisette Michele, you got Justin Timberlake, you got Pusha T, you got Nipsey Hussle, you got J. Cole, you got Lil, and you got Lil O Us. You know what I'm saying? So we the only independent artists, unknown people on that project. So he came. I did a joint with Luke. Rich was like, hey man, they sent us a pack of beats. Why don't we send them another one? Brandon was pulling up. I was like, yo, Brandon, no cap. I need 2018 James Brown. And he gave me that. And literally right after that is when we got that call. Like right after we did those records, he got that call, and I'll let you take it from there.
So I'm like in fight or flight mode. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm ready to get to whoever at that point.
Yeah.
And you know, like you said, I know everybody. The hoodlums and
The riffraff.
I know of them.
The riffraff.
And they were showing up. So I think that was the only saving grace that it didn't get crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving it to him like, hey, what's up? Good to see you, but nigga, you got to go, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know, like, and you know, bro, like, as that's clearing out, I'm outside, heated. He's like, he don't know whether to like laugh because he ain't seen me and it's heated, or to like be like, you know.
First off, the man disappeared. I had to come find this man. Like, yo, bro, I'm on the phone. Like, where is Brandon, bro? It's hella people. I'm like,
so, bro, I end up walking back into the driveway, and he tells me, because also at that time, bro, I probably was in like the roughest financial space I had been in my life, bro.
We was goddamn hustling it up, bro. Putting money together.
Sharing cookout
Oh
trays.
God, going
going down,
to
bro.
the dollar store, getting loaves of bread and turkey and
And
cheese,
oodles and noodles.
bro.
That's some of the best food
I'm
I
telling you,
ever
bro.
had
Struggle
all
meals,
period.
dog. Yeah,
But it was good times, bro. Like, and literally, bro, he's like, hey, man. He tells me about the situation. Hey, this is hilarious. I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but what's his name? What's brother name Q and Sanaa on Love and Basketball? Hey, they want you, bro. I ain't dramatic with this. I fell to my knees and just started
Damn,
crying,
so
bro.
did.
No
No
crying.
cap.
I'm like, oh snap, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this actually like could, if we play this right, this could like be like life changing. You know what I'm saying? But I prayed a prayer silently that day. When people say be careful what you pray for, I mean it. Be careful what you pray for. I ended up telling him this years later, and it makes sense now with the trajectory of how we are disconnected into us getting back together.
Yeah.
But power of prayer. I said, God, I've been doing this music since I was 15. I don't have a lot of promises be made. I don't have people take advantage of me. And so I'm like, if this is from you, help me steward it well. If it's not from you, I don't care what you got to do. Make sure it don't happen so I'm not in the wrong situation. Because ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you'll take it from me anyway.
Yeah.
I prayed that while I was on my knees and crying in the driveway. And then, bro, like, when I say he answered that prayer, it didn't make no sense at all. Because, bro, like, I think from that space, like, creatively, stuff got weird for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it got tough, and I couldn't explain it to nobody, bro. Like,
Damn, so cool.
I couldn't, bro, and I was trying too hard.
Niggas was frustrated.
You know,
with
I'm
bro.
frustrated.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm letting myself down. I feel like I'm letting my boys down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I prayed that prayer. God, by any means necessary, whatever you got to do. Like, if this is from you, if it ain't, like, show me. Like, let it be known. And the residuals of that going on, it was like, you know, people separated, went different ways or whatnot. And I ended up at the house by myself to the point that, like, I owned 2 vehicles back then. Both of them broke down on me in a matter of a month, bro. And I ended up at the house, like, on my lonesome. Those roommates, all them people, like, they lease contracts was up. It was just me and my dog, bro. And my wife, when she would come up the road. And I was, like, pissed at God. I'm like, you know, aside from that, people that I've been working with for years, because we was on, like, a live show run with this production, live music team I was with for, like, a good 6-year period called the X-Man, bro. Like, we was selling out Blumenthal, like, every month doing live tribute joints, bro. And it was cool. That parted ways without no explanation. I was just like, bro, like, what? You know what I'm saying? After all this, I don't show up, you know what I'm saying? And God literally was like, all right, I'm going to show you something. So I got a call from Dennis Reed. Shout out to Dennis Reed. If you know what the Sainted Trap Choir is, has been coming up here in Charlotte.
Yes,
been
sir.
Doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, winning, what was that, America's Got Talent or
Yeah,
whatever it was,
yeah.
all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They've been going crazy. But Dennis had a group called Gap at the time. And they were doing a tour in Italy. It was paid. Elijah was paid for everything. He was like, yo, like, you free the month of December? I'm like, I ain't got nothing going on. He's like, you got a passport? I can get one. What's up? And so, bro, I end up touring Italy with him for the month of December. And right before he gets off the phone, I'm like, what type of music we doing? He was like, gospel. I was like, ha, you funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. So we get over there. That experience changed my life, bro. Like, I'm in Sicily, Italy, and I remember God, like, vividly, I remember hearing God's voice being like, you mad at all these people about a prayer you prayed. You want success with your gift, and I can put you across the world, and none of those people are here with you.
That's a fact.
Yeah. That's it.
Chill out. Stop complaining, and just do what I tell you to do moving forward, and you'll be straight. And so I left Sicily, finished like the last 15 days of that tour, came home. I had a dream, January 1st. I laid down, fresh off the jet, had a dream. It was Judgment Day. I ain't never told this, like, outside of, like, in person with people. It was Judgment Day. I'm in front of God. My life suspended on this screen. He showed me everything I did, good or bad, in my life. And then he starts talking to me. He's like, hey, I had songs for you to write, people for you to teach my word to. He gave me a specific number, and he was like, you got to account for 250 million souls. What happened? And my response, I've been very embarrassed in my natural life, but I felt this small in that dream. I was like, God, man, my bad. I was trying to be the hottest R&B ninja out of Charlotte, bro, literally. And woke up. And for me, when I woke up, that feeling, I was like, okay, it's time for me to stop running, bro.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. I don't want to have to live that moment down. I feel like that was God giving me, like, a way of, like, okay, you know what? I'm going to show this to you, and you take it how you need to take it, or you leave it. Believe it or don't believe it. But I fear God enough that I ain't going to have to live that down.
Yeah.
And I've been through enough that I'm like, what I got to lose at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. I've been around a whole lot of different producers my whole life. I co-produced different things, but, you know, never had to be in the driver's seat myself. So I literally, in a matter of, I'd say about 3 months' time after that date, I went to the swap meet. My boys, they used to hustle mattresses at the swap meet. But they had an iMac, bought it for $350, bro. Grabbed that and a Novation keyboard. And I sat down and it was like God just started dumping music on me, bro. And so I sat down. My whole first album is called All Come Short. You can look it up everywhere.
Fire.
I sat down and I produced that whole album. My first time sitting down producing, like, on my lonesome with nobody else in the room, like, by myself. And the songs I wrote on that album was really from a space of, like, me, like, speaking into existence the life I wanted to live in, but I didn't know how to get there. You know what I'm saying? And so, fast forward the next few months, maybe about 6 months, I finished that album. I wasn't engineering myself at the time just because I ain't had the bread to. I went to Gap 3 studio, shout out to Glenn Tabor and his wife, Wade, another engineer there, amazing staff. And I ended up learning, how to engineer, but just didn't have the bread to get the stuff at the time. So literally, Jay Stacks, shout out to Jay Stacks and Diligent Studios here in Charlotte. He ended up recording my album. I produced the whole thing, wrote it. He recorded, engineered it, and mixed it. And I got my master's back, I'd say about August of that year. My wife does makeup. And so PJ Morton, real respected R&B soul artist in the industry, was on his Gumbo tour. And she's real close with some artists that he had signed at the time called Moors. And the girl, when you gonna be trying to come do my makeup? She was like, yeah. We had just really decided to do what we was gonna do and date for real. And her mama was with us, and she was like, you can come. I'm like, let me go. So I went. I used to serve at a church called Elevation Church, right? When I first started going back to church. That's a whole crazy story. I'm not gonna go over there. But literally, there is a man, God rest his soul. His name was LaShawn Big Shiz Daniels.
Yeah, we was talking about LaShawn earlier, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
LaShawn Big Shiz Daniels. A year to the date of me being at that PJ Morton show, I found out he was going to Elevation at the Ballantyne campus that I first started volunteering at when I first went to Elevation 4 years previous to that.
Yeah.
I sent him a message on Instagram like, hey, just throwing it out there. He didn't see it until later part of the story, and it was over a year later, exactly to the date. I said, I've studied your music and didn't know it before I knew who you was. Now that I know who you are, as a writer, a songwriter, and a musician, you inspire me. I don't want you to do anything for me. I would just love to be able to gain some wisdom from you. I go to the same church as you. Hopefully one day I get to meet you.
Yeah.
We go into the lobby of that PJ Morton show, and who is standing there? LaShawn Big Shiz Daniels. And I'm shook because he was promoting online that he had this music camp coming up called the I Put Me On Conference. I've been to a lot of conferences like the Rico Loves. I forgot the name of their joint, bro. But he throws these conferences every year or whatnot. Been to those. I've been in a lot of different rooms with some prominent people industry-wise. And, they were cool. But this was just different. And the money that it cost to get to the camp, I didn't have it. So I remember seeing him in the lobby. And my wife's talking, to the people that she's there to work with. And I got the guts to go walk up and, introduce myself. And I'm like, sir, I reached out to you, a while ago. But, bro, you the truth. I respect you. And I don't know how, but, I'm going to do everything I can to get to your camp.
Yeah.
And he was just like, bet. And I left it at that. We ended up backstage together after the show to meet PJ because she did makeup and everything, and he was back there again. We shook hands. Bro, they had a random giveaway for that conference that next week. I'm working at a summer camp that my mom was doing for her school, and we're at Carowinds. I have no reception, but somehow I end up seeing on Instagram that they got the competition going on. You had to do something real quick, put this comment under, do this, and you know how that stuff goes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, dang, I did it. First 3 times I did it, it's failed. And I'm like, God, maybe it ain't for me. I opened my phone up and it went through. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It went through. And shout out to Miss Mel, Melanie from 100.9, Melanie Pratt, radio personality there. I knew her from New Life, Pastor John P. Key growing up, and she got me in the door, bro. She just got me in the door. I end up looking at my phone, congratulations that Mr. All of a sudden you won your way into this room, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God. I tell her, I'm like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my masters, the next day, they come back for the album.
Perfect timing.
Right on
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I was scared in the mud though, because technically this is my first Christian music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
It's not. But
it's not. But
It's
it
your
was
first
my
project.
first project.
Yeah.
After running from my identity for the past decade. You feel me?
yeah.
And my issue was I got so used to being in a space with this just what we was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, man, don't nobody want to hear this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I got to, you know what I'm saying? All my homies, my bad. Oh, okay, yeah. All my homies is from the trap, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Or just they wasn't in church. You know what I'm saying? Only time they really be or hear any of that type of music is like if I put them on or whatnot.
Yeah.
Literally, that was it. You know what I'm saying? To this day, a lot of them tell me, bro, like I might not ever listen to or go to church, but shoot, keep doing what you're doing with your music. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting what I need from that. And so I'm like, you know what? I spent my time on this. The little money I could spend on these masters, I spent it. I'm going. If I get an opportunity, I'm gonna play my music. I'm like, all right, bet. And so, bro, we get to the conference, and we get through the whole day. The whole day, like, it blows my mind. It was like maybe 15 of us there. That was the most intimate conference I had been in, like an industry conference. And they fed us dinner, and he has a plug in the aux session. You know what I'm saying? This the man that wrote "You Rock My World." You know what I'm saying?
We was listening to Invisible album earlier today.
This is Brandy Staples. You know what I'm saying? All the Brandy records we love.
Yeah.
This whole last album, right before he passed, God rest his soul. Like, this man has Drake credits. Like, this man wrote "Say My Name" for Destiny's Child. You know what I'm saying? Like, my childhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention all the gospel records he wrote, like all of that. You know what I'm saying? And like his life, he was living his life to the fullest, doing what he loved to do. You know what I'm saying? And he had just put out an EP. I think it was called Encore, and it was one of his like first like projects as an artist, right before he passed. But it was a Christian project, and that threw me off a little bit. I'm like, oh snap, okay, it was fire. So that eased me up a little bit going in the room. But I'm like, okay, God, what you doing?
Yeah.
So, first dude gets up, plugs up, and I prepared my heart, and I'm ready for it. Like, I'm expecting critiques, you know what I'm saying, all of it, and I'm ready for it because this is shiz, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
First dude gets up there, he's like, this is great, but he whoop giving them his critiques. Room claps it up for him. He's like, all right, who's next? I kid you not, it felt like God himself took my hand and threw it up like this. So my hand goes up. And he's like, confidence. I like that. I'm like,
I hope so.
I hope so. So literally, I get up there, and he's like, before you play your record, tell us the name of the record.
Yeah.
Explain the vision or why you wrote the record, and then play the first verse and the hook for each song. So for the first song I played was this song called "Take It." I had to beautiful story behind that. I had to remake the beat to one of the records we was working with that production team.
Yeah.
The Nukes, because the lyrics I wrote to at the start was off of one of their beats. You know what I'm saying? But the song was personal, like, and so that was the first beat on that keyboard and Mac that I told you about that I made. Literally, that's the first one I made. And so I explained that story, which is about my grandfather who died of type 4 pancreatic cancer and type 2 diabetes. The last few days of his life, the only 2 words he could say was "take it," and kept doing his arms like this in the bed in hospice. And I didn't understand what he meant at the time, but being grown and getting to that point, I really understood what he meant was like there's a calling or what we call a mantle of like what people call an anointing and or gifting or purpose on your life that because you are my lineage, like my grandson, I'm passing that on to you now.
Right.
Somebody got to take it in the family. And I love my family, but all of us, thank God, the issues you heal me from, everybody ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Just yet. But I spent the most time with him, so he was telling me, take on the responsibility, take it, like be who you supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so I wrote that record from that. I explained that to the room, played the first verse on the hook, and he's sitting there looking at me like this. Like, I played the next joint, a song called "Sunshine." I was a terrible communicator when my wife and I started dating. I had just got out of a relationship right before her that just ended terrible. You know what I'm saying? And so I was at the point I'm just like, man, like forget all this. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I liked her, but I just hadn't have it in me to like talk. So my way of communicating was writing records. So I wrote that record Sunshine and sent it to her.
Yeah.
And we hear it must have worked. So
Literally, he said it must have worked.
It must have worked. But I play that record. He gets done. It's silent for like it's like a death silence for like 30 seconds. And I'm just like I'm ready to hear what he got to say, bro. He does this. He goes. 10 times, bro. And he goes, I ain't got nothing to say. The bar said hi, who's next? And I'm shook, bro. I'm shook.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, for a second I was kind of offended. Like, what you mean you gonna say? Like, you like, give me something, please.
Yeah.
It's funny, like the same way people be chasing words in church and wanting somebody to tell them something from God. That's how I was looking at him. Like, bro, like tell me. You know, he was like, we'll talk after it. Like, the bar said hi, who's next? And I went back to my seat realizing everything I was afraid to be that God was calling me to be was my superpower, bro.
Yeah.
And everything I felt like the world would reject. A man who was respected in the space, worldwide, internationally, for doing music, who has an ear that I respect and the world respects, obviously, was telling me I had what it takes. And I didn't have to be anything or anybody else other than who I was supposed to be.
Sure.
And that was the most impactful moment in my music journey thus far. So.
Yes, sir. So with that, right, what would you say the best advice that you had in your music journeys?
Best
I guess you can say in today's time.
Best advice. That's hard.
It really propelled you and made you be like, okay, yeah, I know I got this.
Best advice?
Yeah.
I would say I give you 3 things, right? Okay, cool. So
that's cool.
Number 1, first thing, John P. Key would teach us this as a staple. You hear Tank, all these different singers talk about it. The people that's actual vocalists. He used to teach us singing is thinking. Singing is thinking. Meaning, as you build your repertoire, your skill set with your voice or your instrument or whatever, because I apply to everything I do. Yeah. Whatever it is you're doing, always have your brain like thinking. You know what I'm saying? And like know where you're going before you get there. You know what I'm saying? And if you're confident in where you're going before you get there, you'll always land where you're supposed to be.
Right.
Even if you ain't necessarily landing where you feel like you're supposed to be. Like you ever, okay, for example, same thing with rappers. You got people that crash and burn, you know what I'm saying, in situations. That's the ultimate, like, protection in that space, especially, like, for a live musician or a live singer and or a songwriter or somebody on the record. Like, if you know where you're going, it just help you in a live situation, not embarrass yourself and be phenomenal at what you're doing, but also in the studio, it helps you. It just be efficient, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and push the limits on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you taking in whatever it is that you are absorbing from other great people, if you put that and you know where you're going, you know how to take what they did and go where you need to go with it and expound upon it. So I said that's number 1. Number 2, Glenn Taylor, from a musical standpoint, Grammy Award winning engineer and producer, and he used to tell us in engineering class. If it sounds good, it is good. If it sounds good, it is good. Not just from a songwriting space, but from a sonic space, right?
Yeah.
Because people like to get into these arguments about, like, what's the best DAW for you to use? Is it Pro Tools, industry standard? Is it Fruity Loops? Is it Logic? Is it Reason? Is it? He's like, bro, people done won awards off of every single one of those. It's about how efficient you become learning to use what it is that you utilize to the best of your ability. Right. And if it sounds good, it is good. Yeah. Whatever way you got to get there, just get there. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can feel what's going on and sonically it gets across in clarity the way it's supposed to, you know, you got the recipe. So that helped me, like, unapologetically be able to just use what worked for me in a self-sufficient space.
Yeah.
As far as like recording and not get hung up on, name brands. That's all it is. And the third thing I would say is, there's a producer by the name of Cedric Thompson. I think he's in the gospel space, right? And Grammy Award winning as well. And I'm in the studio with him one day, and Jarvis Key used to tell me one thing. He'd be like, "Yo, there's no such thing as writer's block." And as many songs as he's written, I'm like, like, what you mean? I mean, he called me because his son I used to work with in the studio, and had told him I kept saying I was dealing with writer's block. So he called me one day, laughed, and was like, "Ain't no such thing as a writer's block." And I'm like, "What you mean?" He just hung up.
That's crazy.
But then eventually he told me, like, "What do you see in front of you? What do you see around you?" I'm like, I tell him, he was like, "Do you always got something to write about?" I'm like, "That's cool." But Cedric Thompson, and this goes back to Marvin Gaye, right?
Mm-hmm.
I asked him how long did it take for him to write. What's the longest it took for him to write a song? And he said 10 years. This is a Grammy-winning writer.
Mm-hmm.
He said it took me 10 years. That's the longest it took me to write one song. But he never stopped working on what came when it came. He just didn't force. He just didn't force that record. And he wanted to talk about like how like, hey, well, artists like Marvin Gaye, like, look at their discography. Like, they wasn't putting stuff out. They wasn't putting stuff out microwave cookie cutter like the industry today. Like, people like to see stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Like, now people expect you can put but yeah, literally when it comes down to Marvin Gaye's discography, if you look at like the time frame of like when he put records out, bro, like it was years in between like stuff, and it spoke a lot because like he's still a great, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How long he took to take care of the music to make sure it was the quality it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Didn't stop him or his productivity. It's just that's a perspective that helps keep like, this is not discrediting how people get it in or get it done by any means. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no disrespect, but for creatives that care about the art, you know what I'm saying, for real, still, those of us that still care about quality over quantity, like, don't lose hope, bro. Like, this microwave phase of stuff, we seen it our whole life. Like, you got jokers that'll be hot for that good 3 to 5 year run and then fall off the face of the earth, right?
Yeah.
How you gonna last is, it don't matter if it take you 1 year or if it take you 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I believe in being productive, and I understand like staying in people's faces and stuff now. But if it's good, you can stay in somebody's face with what you did that first, you know what I'm saying? That first year, or whatever the case, and just keep running it up until you get to the next thing. But like, it won't stop you being a great. And I just wish people would get back to that space, like, because the state of the culture right now, everybody just want to trends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be hot. Let me put something else out the next week. Let me put another record out the next week. Like, you rarely see bodies of work unless it's from like people that were staples in our space. You know what I'm saying?
So now that we there,
I said we already.
Yeah.
We had that as a topic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So with the state of the culture, bro. Let me ask you this:
Jeez, boy.
do you feel like? Cause I'm asking everybody this because I honestly feel like social media killed the superstar. Do you think it will ever be a day or a day possible where we'll actually see another superstar? Do you think something like that is possible? Another superstar, another legend? And I ain't talking about just like, I'm talking about like to like Michael Jackson status. That type of superstar. Because when I think about superstar, I think about somebody like him or somebody like Beyonce or somebody like, somebody like that.
Do I think we'll ever see one? I think anything's possible. That's the best answer I can give for that. But I'll say, like, it depends upon somebody's, to your point, to answer the first thing, that anything's possible. You know what I'm saying? I think the last that we seen of that from our generation, as far as impact right now, I think everybody would have to say is like Chris Brown probably right now, right? You know, but they probably felt like they wasn't gonna see another one at that time too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a Bible verse I love, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's even true now. And so, bro, you never know. We might have a joker pop up and like, you know, for my kids and whoever else, you know what I'm saying, he ended up being, as far as generation wise, like that guy.
Yeah,
By the time they get our age,
for sure.
but I think also too, just for the music lover, in perspective, like it's plenty superstars in people's lives that we don't know about, and that's why people share who they share. You a superstar to me, you know what I'm saying? You told me I'm a star to you, you know what I'm saying? Like it. And the beauty about the indie space at this point in life is like we got an opportunity that indie artists that really didn't get respect that I feel like they should have got back in the 90s and early 2000s to mid 2000s could get now if they would have either kept going and or are still doing what they do to this day because of social media and everything else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know, there's just the opportunity. The only way we wouldn't reach that level of impact within a prominent space of building a fan base and or a supportive group is if we stop. So
that's a fact. This is my last question. I know you got a couple more right there.
Yeah, we got a few more, but
what's your Like, this is literally my last question. You got, I think we got like a couple more,
Yeah,
but
sure.
after that we good. What's some of the best advice that you could give somebody that you see trying to pursue the music industry? Not and not gonna say try to be like the big star, but just trying to get into it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would say if I'm a true believer of your gifts and talents making room for you. Like, there would have been a space in life that I doubted being able even still to let my music, even in the transition of the type of music I was making, that my music would like take care of me. But here I am, I'm doing music full time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And taking care of my family and stewarding the things God's blessed me with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a homeowner. I got a mortgage. I got, you know what I'm saying? It's life can be lived even still for those that might feel like you're called to this space and you feel like you got family that don't understand the formula just yet, because it's not always going to look the same, right? You got to know what success looks like for you. Success for me looks like I'm able to take care of my foundation, the thing that I would have needed to keep me grounded, no matter if God put me in front of millions of people tomorrow or next year. He knew I needed to be able to be in the space to take care of with my gifting, my wife and my sons, and be grounded in my heart and in my mind and who he called me to be, so that I don't damage other people when he gives me the opportunity to be in front of the world who it is that he says I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say for that person, like, don't stop dreaming. I would say be who you know you're supposed to be, because all you're going to do is delay your process. Yeah. Especially if you were chosen. When you called, some of us got long leashes, some of us got short ones. I had a very short leash. Like, if you know God telling you to do something, just do it, bro. Like, please. Please, because you'll look and be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially in this culture where people try to make you feel like, unless you just great at what you do, people make you feel like, well, after age 25, like it's a wrap for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, just do it. If you got a conviction early, stand on your conviction and be okay with that, because you can be as great as you want to be. I would say study your craft. Study your craft.
Boy, was we not just talking to the young dude yesterday? Was like,
study your craft.
Come on,
bro.
Man.
Whatever's hot right now, that's your perspective. Especially you youngsters. Those that got ear to hear, let them hear. Like, bro, history is history for a reason, and it's taught for a reason. Because the only way to know how to get to where you're going is if you know where you came from or where you've been.
Real
talk.
talk.
What I'm saying? So, study your craft. I say become as self-sufficient as you possibly can be. It's going to be a pain in your behind. It's going to be nights you don't want to do it. It's going to feel like it's a lot on you. But then there's a fulfillment like none other where you can play some music back and, I produced it. There's something in the industry that's called 100%er. You know what I'm saying? I think some of the only ones that I know that was left that's doing that is people like your Tanks and your OGs right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That 100% can sit down, write a record, produce a record, engineer a record, mix a record from top to bottom, and then get it to us, and then we consume it. But what that means is more money in your pocket. You hit radio, you start getting syncs for licensing and all that stuff. You know, be self-sufficient. It helps you in the long run. And last thing I would say too is like learn as much of your business as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just so you need to protect yourself, at least the basics. You know what I'm saying? Learn who you need to get with as far as a publisher, whether it's BMI, ASCAP. Learn
CSAC.
What CSAC. Learn what it is that you need to do, how to register your music, how to copyright your music, producers and songwriters, how to. I don't care if it's a poor man's copyright. You mail it to yourself in an envelope. Like, figure out the ways how to do what you need to do that are valid until you can get to a place that you have capital to be able to employ people and or, you know, take other channels to be able to get done what you need to get done. And don't be too hard on yourself. Keep having fun too.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
That's the real number one. March 1990. March 94. That's the.
Oh no, we're good. So next one we can ask, what would be an ultimate goal for you?
Ultimate goal? My ultimate goal is that dream I told y'all earlier. For me to stand before God and know I did my best with the gifts that he gave me to make somebody aware of who Jesus Christ is. And that we're all sinful individuals born in sin, shaped in iniquity, and that there's no perfect life any of us had capability to live to pardon ourselves for the debt that all of us really owe from a righteous standpoint. And that if he's tugging at your heart, as a gentleman, it's a scripture in the Bible in Revelation 3 that says, "Behold, I stand at the door and I knock. If anyone hears my voice and I'll open that door, then I'll come in and I'll sup with him," which means have a fine dinner, and you'll sup with me. And one of the most intimate things anybody could do is feed somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
As men, that's why I love eating with my homies. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
Yeah, straight up, because like, you know what I'm saying?
So many times he done cook. Don't leave me hanging on camera, my boy.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, God damn.
I got you.
Nah, yeah, that's one.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're nourishing your body. Like, that's how you fuel your body, right? And in the same way, if Jesus helps give you fulfillment and fuel your soul, and he wants to sit down with you in that space of intimacy, you have some of your best conversations over meals. In a platonic relationship or even in a romantic relationship. That's why you take women on dinner dates. Like, it's the place where you really get to know and lay out a comfortable space for individuals to be able to get, you know.
You know who I learned it? I don't know who you learned that from, but you know who I learned that from?
Who?
Rich.
Rich, for sure.
I learned that from Rich.
For sure.
That's one of the things he would bro, he pulled up to the crib, cook for
Straight
everybody,
up.
and you know what I'm saying?
For
We
sure.
broke bread.
He did it at my crib before too, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, man, that's facts, bro.
I learned that from my granddaddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he would cook. He always say, "You need to, when you cook, if you're gonna cook with someone, cook with love." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because that's what you're giving them ultimately from your heart. Like, your servant leadership is important, and especially in the space I'm in ministry. But like, that's just common courtesy in human beings. Period. Like, if you're a leader, the best leader, you know somebody's a good leader if they're willing to serve you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, serving somebody in that space and then you taking time to really get to know them is one of the most intimate things you could do. And that's what Christ literally is saying in that. Like, if you allow me the space to, I take my time with you. I'll sit down and I'll break open what he calls the bread of life, which is word, and I'll make things make sense. Or I'll put people in your life to help things relate to you to make sense. So ultimately, you understand that message. And I feel like that's what he's called me to do with my music, right? That's what I was running from, and I think that's what the devil wanted me to run from it and have identity dysmorphia in my whole life for. Because he knew if once I actually got to it, oh, this dude cold-blooded, doing what he do, the person that probably would never listen to something about God is going to hear this and be like, "Yo, this is hard." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But once you hear it, and that's why I love what I do. Like, I call my music R&G, bro, like rhythm and gospel. Like, like once you hear it, you looped in. You can't unhear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you could cap on it and say it's not hard. Everything ain't for everybody, so I respect it if somebody said it's not.
Hey, man,
But
if you
most
say it ain't hard, you
But
lying, my boy.
Most people, you know what I'm saying, that I've heard, it, you know, it's like it moves them, that we were talking about earlier, that feel.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying? would it be great to get, you know, the accolades and stuff? Great, that's awesome. But like, that's vainglory at the end of the day. Like,
Sure.
what I care about is when I look at him, when that dream happens one day before eternity, and he asks me, you know, what happened. It'll be a track record and a rap sheet of me doing the best I could do to reach who he said I was accountable for with that message. That you're not too far beyond redemption. I don't care if you've been addicted. I don't care if you struggle with lust. I don't care if you struggle with pride, anger. I don't care if you're a murderer. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got our worldly mindset about specific things, but at the end of the day, like, all of us got some stuff in our closet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who was it? Andre 3 Stacks that said, I know you like to think your stuff don't stink, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you really lean in a little closer, you'll see it, bro. Like stuff really, if all of our stuff, if we really put it out on the table, we got stuff we ain't proud of.
Mm-hmm.
But in Jesus, like, there's righteous. That's what makes you righteous. That's what makes you a good man or a good woman. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And that's where salvation comes from. So that's my ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? I can't force you to believe that, but that's what I'm assigned to do. And that's my conviction. And so my ultimate goal is in everything in life. Fatherhood, my marriage, my friendships, my music, you know, that people understand that message and they understand it clear. And that's the hill I'm going to die on, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Man, I feel like it's a good stopping point, my
sure.
guy.
Definitely a good stopping point.
I just wanna thank you for coming through, my guy.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, bro. We gotta do this
has
again.
This has been great. And, bro, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Appreciate
God
you.
and these people, kill the comment section. Stop being petty in the comments, man.
Oh God, man.
Stop doing that. It's not a good look.
Well, fact, but we look forward to more music. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Look forward to seeing, as a friend and a brother, I look forward to seeing you grow, your children grow,
My boy.
your wife grow.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
She, one of my favorite artists, my wife.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I look forward to that, my guy. Like I said, bro, appreciate you coming, and we gotta do this again, bro.
For sure, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Cody from the Lit, man. It's your boy Cody from the Lit, man.
Hey, this P.
And this was.
Yeah.
Nah, go no, my bad.
Brandon
Hold
Sutton.
on, nah, fuck that.
Hey,
I'm gonna leave this in there too. Let me
hey,
show you how we do this.
You can follow me at Mr. All of a Sudden. That's
Yeah.
MRALLOFASUTTON. Literally, Mr. All of a Sudden. Put my last name in there. You see how I did that, right? You can follow me on everything there or at Brandon Sutton. You can find me on every platform, Brandon Sutton. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hope the music make you feel something and make you learn something.
Oh God, we gonna try this again, man. This Cody from the. Oh God, this Cody from the Lit,
Hey, this P.
Brandon Sutton.
and this was Kill the Comment Section. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
My ass bone hurt.